Oh!
Alright, so leaving
Hey,
Kunimon's
this
bed.
video
Contains, if you notice right there that the Kunimon shows up, it's because I was a save state. I walked down the Koala Bridge, or not Koala Bridge, sorry, the beach, and he wasn't there. So I decided I'm gonna do that another time. Just gonna avoid all these fools. And then we have our Kunimon back in our city. And I'm later going to get my next rookie to be a Kunimon, and I'm going to have to sleep with my in-training at Kunimon's bed. And a lot of people say to sleep under the tree. It helps, blah, blah, blah. As far as I know, entering the area is when it decides if you're getting Kunimon or not. So save before that. Oh, look, another poop coming. Run! Oh! Back to what we were doing, gotta re-up on our food. So 500 for the big meat isn't bad, but you can pay 300 for the small meats. It just depends on how much you need to hit that weight ratio, to be honest. I'm gonna do that later in this video where I'm gonna force feed them up till 25 weight. But you might be better off gathering mushrooms just by walking in and out of the native forest and grabbing a couple extra small meats, because you don't have too much money in the beginning. Especially when you still have just your rookie. So in my opinion, this is pretty much like the purpose of this place, is getting rid of things you don't want to use yet. So I'm going to put these chips away, because they are probably best used on a champion that you know you're got a good chance of getting an ultimate on. So this is still my first Digimon. That's why I'm banking them. If I'm not using them yet, it'll mess up his digivolution. So we get our champion level, but this is actually our weakest champion we can actually get, because if we get a baby form to and in training, then rookie, then champion, there's actually more stats behind that bad boy than your very first Digimon. But your first Digimon can be used to push through quite a bit of the game. Throughout all this, you're going to see me do that. Most of my gameplay so far has been with my Greymon. Which is what we're working towards right now. So I'm just pushing the stats up a bit more, because you can play with the MP and HP a lot on this one, but I don't think you can mess with his minor stats too much. I always throw in the praises just so that they do what I want them to do. I hate trying to feed them something and they don't eat it, like stat chips and whatnot, porta potty, autopilot. It's also getting pretty close to the end cycle of this rookie, so he will digivolve at some point. He doesn't digivolve in this segment, but that's why I'm getting these little crunch time trainings in and whatnot. Still really watching his poops. You're going to see later that I had a save state just so I could go get rid of a poop before it actually happened. Like I was saying earlier, if you ever short on mushrooms, you can literally go between these 3 areas here, and you will find mushrooms. You just keep going in between the 3 of them if you were to go south. They're best for rookies and lower, because champions and up tend to eat a lot more, or want a lot more, so you're going to want your meats. Finally doing our first arrival at Drill Tunnel. So he's hungry before I go in. That means he's gonna poop. It's really not wise for me to go in there and start doing those dirt runs. So I'm about to walk in and walk out. And I just wanted to keep this in here. It's kind of like a tip for other people. If you've recently eaten, don't start doing your dirt runs. It's gonna end. It could end badly for you, especially if you're going for something like Greymon. Or others that require even less care mistakes. I think you can only make one. And those can happen so easily when you're doing your training because the sweat mark is a care mistake. A lot of people don't recognize that. That time I got paranoid. I'm so paranoid of checking after you eat to go have a poop, but I didn't train, but normally that would happen after you train. So I just naturally ended up going there. But now we're going over here to the meat thing, basically. Meat machine. Meatmon. And this only lasts for like the opening game. You're being greedy at this point. Once you open up your shop with Coelamon, Betamon, a Unimon, I think. There's multiple ones to the item shop, but they will sell meats for, I believe, 100, and it's way easier to stock up there. But because you only need so many in the beginning until you actually get a champion, it's not a terrible idea. You don't want to overfeed too much with the giant meats, because you can easily pass the ratio for the weight requirement. Look at them fishes. Fishes. So I gotta dodge all these guys in here, because Agumon can't actually learn any of the attacks from the Betamon, the Dokunimon, anything like that. Gabumon may be able to, but you're better off with like a Bug type or Elecmon and whatnot, trying to learn these moves. That would obviously be at least your second Digimon. You can only ever start with Agumon or Gabumon, unless you're cheating. But, I mean, there's another Digishroom. So the thing with cheating in this game, there's Where Garurumon and stuff like that, like a natural ultimate to Garurumon, and just never made it into the game because of I have no idea, polygons or something. I've done it before, but it has crashed my game. Get like weird textures in certain areas that just don't go away. Oh, here we go. Woo! Get some end of the day training before he's gonna go to sleeps. So I'm checking his weight, and now I believe I'm gonna feed him a little bit. Because for Greymon, you're going to want to be 25 to 35 pounds, and all you have to do is meet 3 of the requirements, be it stats or weight and whatnot, discipline, battles, techniques. Literally, you just need to hit 3 of those. You don't need to max out your Digimon and stuff. You can very easily shoot past that Digimon and get a Numemon. No one wants that. Especially not early game. You can't get to that Monzamon suit early game to deal with the Numemon. There's no way. Tell you that 16 weight. I'm gonna have to use most of my food here to do this, but I just slept, so I'm about to get some more giant meat anyways. It doesn't really matter. If you're noticing, the giant meat does 2, while everything under it does just 1 weight. I don't know how much the sirloin or whatever would do for the final upgrade, but I know it obviously would get more. I've only just unlocked it where I actually am. Because I've been slacking and I'm sorry. Right, so because he ate all that, he's gotta get some praise. Gotta make sure he always eats when I feed him. Absolutely annoying when you can't feed them because they're not accepting it. Look at that. How frustrating is that? Get some. Gotta make sure I praise them. Just gotta go re-up on the meat again. So now he's 25 weight. I don't really have to keep feeding him, but I probably could feed him once or twice just in case a poop happens, because they do drop in weight when they poop. Did some good training, deserve the praise. Just gotta dodge these guys. I don't benefit from fighting them at all. I have to actually fight the Goburimon at least in the drill tunnel to try and learn Magma Bomb, I believe it is. Always good to be learning new techniques anywhere you can. I have no idea why the frame rate has gone like this in the later halves of this video. I hope I've still got quite a few to go through on this. Maybe I can fix it. I don't really know how, I'm not too savvy at that, but we can see what we can do. I want to say it's just because it's a PlayStation 1 game. I have no idea. But here we are trying to learn our new Magma Bomb. If he ever decides to use it. Look at that snipe. One more. blocks it. Oh, no magma bomb was used. Time to reset. In hindsight, as I record this, I actually could have just save stated there and kept battling him until, like, only that one Goburimon, until I learned Magma Bomb. I didn't have to actually walk in and out the whole time. Oh, there's one. Hits like a truck. Costs a lot of mana, though, for when you use it. I also have no idea if wild Digimon have mana. You can do it, put your back into it. It's pretty funny how slow this goes if you don't press a button. Sometimes you get curious. Oh! So, did you see the quick poop icon there? I actually ran and tried to get to the bathroom and didn't make it. By the time I loaded to the bathroom area, it was already pooping. It was too late. So I actually just used my save state to load back, and I'm pre-running down to the bathroom because that's incoming. The drill tunnel, that's why I was saying earlier, when you're doing those dirt carts, you really gotta be careful with what you're doing, because you don't want to make like useless care mistakes early game. You got no porta potties yet. Look at that, it just showed up as I arrived. Get some praise. I'm Viincint of Prometheus Republic. Peace!